Hi guys, I'm Shmi, hello and welcome back to the channel where it is time to get ready for USA Part 2. I'm about to head back to America to continue the trip with the Ford GT, but before doing so, today I'm going to be driving back to London with the AMG G63, the car now with the Akrapovic exhaust, the RENNtech changes. We're going to be blasting up the Autobahns to see what the G Wagon is like out on the de-restricted German motorways to the Nurburgring to go and do a lap off the ring in the G63. I'm actually quite excited about doing that. I'm going to be leaving the Supra here in Germany for the time being, but today we've got a long drive ahead, about 750, 800 kilometers or so, to get this back to London to get ready to head back to America. Taking the G today then means slightly unusually, and rather parked up on its own here at the moment, I'm not actually going to be seeing the Supra again after I leave for the next couple of months. Literally months until I'm going to be back here with this car due to my travels to the US and some other things that I have coming up straight after. So I'm going to be, well, saying bye-bye to this car in a few minutes. I've owned it so far for about 2 weeks or so, done 3,000 kilometers, 2,000 miles. It's already been for some laps of the Nurburgring, a VMAX blast on the Autobahn, took it to Cars and Coffee Munich, and already I'm going to be leaving it here in Germany. Now it'll be in good hands. My girlfriend's going to be using it as her car to get around while I am off, but today is all about the G Wagon and taking it for this drive. Of course, having recently been up to RENNtech Europe to install the Akrapovic muffler and link pipe, the exhaust system, which sounds monstrous. We also did the RENNtech tune, which took this thing to 730 horsepower, which is quite frankly insane. But one of the reasons why I'm choosing to take the G back instead of the Supra, in case you're wondering about that, is to do with the AMG GTR Pro, the car that is inbound. Now, unfortunately, it is just going to miss being ready before I go to America, which means as soon as I come back, there will be an AMG GTR Pro waiting. So for part 1 in the US, I came back to the Supra. For part 2, I'm coming back to the GTR Pro. And I thought it would be quite fun to have both of the AMGs together, and maybe if I can be organized enough, how cool would it be to take this car, to put a trailer on behind it, and to go pick up the GTR Pro in style with the G63. So that's potentially the idea down the line. Anyway, for the time being, let's come round, let's get this fired up, hear the absolutely beastly sound that this thing makes, and yes, it is looking pretty dirty. I think actually by the time I get back to London later tonight, this thing is going to be utter filth. But let's climb on board, because it sounds oh so incredible when you fire this thing into life. So, ignition on, 2 presses, pop it straight into Sport Plus mode, exhaust open. Let's get this fired into life. Right then, bye-bye Supra. Let's get on the road to take this all the way back to London, Autobahns, and via the Nurburgring. Departing from Frankfurt then, up to this point, you guys haven't really heard that much of the sound that this car makes, and we are now in a de-restricted Autobahn. So in comfort mode, it's actually quite quiet. It's just like how it was before as we go past the Kia Stinger, but if I were to open the exhaust valve, you start to hear a lot more of the noise. Just opening and closing that. Or if I go into individual mode, which I have set for manual and basically the same settings as Sport Plus, drop down some gears, one more. This is a monster! I have created a monster! That's 210 kilometers per hour. I'm losing my voice from it. What? The bangs as well, the cracks, because they jump from one side to the other. This thing is incredible! The key to fun in this thing is just to drop down the gears and then go. This is a 2.5 ton car that moves this quickly. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. How does this make any sense? There is a whole load of wind noise when you get to 200 plus. 220 kilometers per hour, that's about 140 miles per hour in a G Wagon. This is going to be a fun drive. stopping power as well, by the way. Really good brakes. Can you imagine what it must be like with this thing coming tearing down in your rearview mirror? It must be terrifying. It is so much taller than pretty much any other car on the road, and then it also goes quickly, which is the last thing you ever expect. And no, it is not particularly fuel efficient to drive a car this heavy down the Autobahn, but to be honest, the numbers so far are not that bad. It's no worse really than, say, the GT4 Lusso. Anyway, I think I'm about to get a clear run in front of me, so that means I wonder if it also causes quite a lot of wind. Oh, I can see a left-hand indicator with no moving. Oh well. This thing is just ballistic. This is a G Wagon that we can go 230 kilometers an hour in, although I am going to slow down quite dramatically because corner, and I don't think I necessarily trust it at those kind of speeds around a tight, twisty corner. But nonetheless, 200 Ks. It's mental. This thing is, well, like I said, I have created a monster. It's an absolute monster. Or maybe I should say AMG, Akrapovic and RENNtech have created the monster. I'm just here enjoying the monster, and you can bet I'm enjoying it, and we haven't even got to the Nurburgring yet. Hard on the anchors for the speed limit. Okay. Oh, the downshifts. What a machine. It is a beautiful afternoon then, here in Nurburgring, the castle up there. The Touristenfahrten on the Nordschleife is shortly to begin, which means we will be going out in the G, joined as ever by Misha. How you doing?
Hi guys, fine, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too. Last time we did a lap on the Supra and I said, you should take the G out.
And here we are, with the G, ready for a lap. Possibly one of the least appropriate cars for the Nurburgring.
There's no such thing as
AMG.
it's no such thing as an unappropriate car for the Nurburgring.
Is there anything I need to do differently driving a big, heavy off-roader as opposed to a small sports car?
Well, adjust your braking zones probably, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be going crazy because it's Touristenfahrten after all, so we're gonna just enjoy ourselves on the car.
Indeed. I know that it's got good brakes, but I don't want to be understeering off. But what we will do is try and line up, get ourselves ready to head on out. Have some fun.
Let's do it.
Woo! It is time, but first, noisy startup. Do you know how you do this?
How?
You pop the car into Sport Plus mode, hold the upshift paddle, and then start it when it's warm.
New cars are so complicated.
They are. Anyway, that's the G Wagon door problem. You're not the first, and you won't be the last. You have to properly slam the door. Before we drive anywhere, Sport Plus, manual, firmest suspension, exhaust open and on. I need to get out my ring lap ticket, which is of course in my wallet somewhere. There we go, nice and easy.
How many laps so far this year?
About 30 or so. So we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, maybe next year will be time for a year ticket.
It might be. Anyway, for the minute, we're actually taking a G63 around the Nordschleife.
Yes. It will be a great winter tool.
It would be a fantastic winter tool.
Especially since Nurburgring announced the opening times. The last day of this year going to be 22nd of December. So
Christmas laps.
Yeah.
Literally, we can come and do some Christmas laps. Shall I drive like one-handed, G-Wagon style?
No.
No.
I'll get out then, okay, in the first corner.
Fair play, fair play. Okay then. Anybody else here in their GT3s, and yeah, literally GT3 in front of us, is probably wondering, why on earth is there a G63?
Because we can.
Yeah, literally because we can. And if somebody overtakes me, well done, they overtook a G-Wagon. It's just a cruise, road rules apply, it's very sunny. It's actually really sunny. The problem is it's too low. There we go. It's not built for tall cars. Okay.
So how does it work at McDonald's?
They're probably alright, they probably have like trucker height ones.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anyway, out we go.
So here we have a speed bump, but I don't think it's an issue with the G Wagon.
No, that's true. Should we just roll it?
No, just like... And that's it. Okay, I have here a nice handlebar that I'm going to hold on to.
The traditional style grab handle. You know, the thing I have to remember is to not try and go through a corner at like 200 kilometers an hour because the car probably can't do it.
You can probably do the compression with 200. 180.
Probably.
180.
180?
That's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't feel a thing.
This thing is mental.
Don't forget the brake.
Yeah.
Take the right curb. Right curb. Go
Yeah,
for it.
take the
Yeah,
right
full
curb.
it. Full it. There we go. As if it's nothing.
That in like the Supra would be something huge.
The brakes are good.
The brakes are actually astonishing when you consider it's a 2.5 ton thing. Wow.
Well, acceleration is definitely there. The cornering ability is surprisingly well as well.
I think one of the biggest things about this generation of G Wagon is the old one, you just couldn't do this. And I think you could probably drive way quicker than I am. I'm just being super conscious of the size and weight of it.
Yep. Well, I mean, God forbid, but if you're gonna hit the barrier, you're gonna go straight through it. Oh, this car.
Oh, we got a little bit of slide there.
Right curb.
Yeah.
Full. Like that.
Okay. That felt really fast.
And a bit weird.
A bit unusual, a bit floatier than the normal cars we go around with.
Just a bit. Keep on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got so much torque, it's just insane.
We need to do 200 through the dip. Yep, 200, 210, over Schwedenkreuz. Not bad.
Oh, that's the Mercedes safety system detecting a vehicle braking in
On the
front of
gas.
us.
Stay on it. Brakes.
Yeah, I think we need some
Harder.
firm braking here.
And turn.
Oh my goodness, the G-force is here.
The G forces.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. This is just mental. They must do testing laps with these kind of cars here as well.
I'm not sure if I've seen it, to be honest.
No?
I know I've seen the new Defender going in here for months, but the G, no. Left curve.
Oh yeah, full over the curve.
Absolutely.
Oh, we've got the tyres squealing.
Yep. I would not be scared to go straight through Adenauer Forest, but we need to set a good example.
Yes, we're not going to go straight across there, but this thing totally could. Could just rock the curbs and across the grass. It's a monster hunting down its prey. It's like the cars in front, which are far more suited to where we are and what we're doing.
Yep.
Wow. If you're the Civic in front of us, you're probably moderately like, what is that thing doing? Downhill here, I'm going to be a bit firmer on the brakes.
Yep.
Don't quite trust it.
Turn in.
Hold it.
And out.
Oh wow, the power up the hill.
Yep, please move.
It's like I might be in a G Wagon, but move out of my way. I feel sorry for the guys who have now been overtaken by a G Wagon on the Nordschleife.
Well, it's not just a G Wagon, it has
True.
700 plus horsepower. And 1000 plus Newton meters of torque, Chris.
When you put it like that. Whoa, we went a bit like there.
Just keep it planted.
Yeah,
Keep your foot on the throttle, no sudden weight shifts, because the weight is massive in this thing.
yeah. I tell you what, this is my first time driving a car like this on a racetrack. I did a few laps in an Urus once
Yep,
in Italy, but this is quite different.
of course.
This is not as dynamic as an Urus like this. This is just silly.
Through the outside.
Yeah, when you're going around the outside of somebody. Up towards the carousel.
People don't expect you to come this fast.
Just watching in case he dips in. Okay, now we're going past somebody on the inside of the carousel, which it's handling amazingly well. That is definitely the smoothest I've ever been around the carousel.
Me too.
thing I'm struggling with is I keep wanting to downshift, forgetting that the car has so much torque.
It doesn't want you to.
It doesn't want me to. It wants to stay in the higher gear. I'm too used to doing it the kind of supercar way. This is just silly though. I think there are going to be some cool photos.
Are we taking both curves at Wipperman?
Sorry?
Are we taking both curves at Wipperman?
Taking the curbs.
Both of them.
On which
Left here.
Yeah, take that.
Full, and full right. Full on it. There we go.
So those are the curbs of Wipperman. Now I'm going to let the BMW behind me go through.
Oh, it's Mr. Sam Bottomley.
Now in Brunchen, people would be like, what?
Right curve. And go.
Okay. There we go. I got to get that downshift not so early. So over here, this is going to be odd. Oh yeah, that's odd. So we go a little bit light. Gosh, grey clouds up ahead.
It's fine. Full carousel dip.
Yeah, into the middle. There we go. And around. Back onto the power. This thing is an animal. It's the fact that we've been overtaken by one person. We've overtaken a bunch on the way around. Off camera, last corner.
And go.
Do you know what?
But
It was fun in a very different way to when we've gone around in the Supra, the Senna, the Ford GT, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
But that was a lot of fun.
definitely unforgettable. Once in a lifetime. Well, not once in a lifetime. There'll be more probably.
There might well be.
Yeah, who knows?
In any case, that was epic, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
I
for
have a
coming
bit of
with
sweaty
me.
hands.
I do. It's a heavy car we're piloting around.
Well, as we are approaching the car park again, I have to say thank you and goodbye, because I'm gonna do some laps myself now. And you
Enjoy.
can go and cool down the brakes probably.
I think I'm going to go straight for a little bit of a road cruise.
Yes,
All right.
enjoy it. Thank you.
See you later, Misha. Have a good one.
Subscribe to me for Nurburgring content.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
It is GT3 RS madness in here. Yellow, green, red. What else do we have? Another green one just coming by, and that lap in the G63. I need to get out of the way. Everyone's manoeuvring. This is, yeah, that was pretty entertaining to say the least. Misha had to, so nice. Misha had to go and do some more tuition and instruction. But wow, this is all happening at once. It seems all a little bit insane. It is time then for a complete change of style from driving on the Nordschleife to going back onto the motorways, probably into comfort mode, to just cruise from here across through Belgium over towards the Eurotunnel to catch a train back to the UK, which it says to the Eurotunnel terminal is about 4.5 hours. I think I'm going to have a stop along the way, so that'll extend a little bit, but I'm actually going to be earlier. This is a really bright and low sun right now. Earlier back at home than I expected, which is quite nice. Should be around 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock. Let's see when I get there. But a long drive now to soak up the G from the monstrous Autobahns and monstrous lap of the Nurburgring, which I've just been kind of trying to reflect on. And it is absolutely crazy that we were going around and overtaking some cars and using this much power in a 2.5 ton off-roader on a racetrack. But anyway, that's one for a different story. We will now, I guess, cruise and enjoy the other side of this with the comfort seats, maybe turn on the massager, have some nice music on, chill and enjoy the drive. I had definitely forgotten that this bit of the drive starts with a very straight stretch of Autobahn, so let's pop it back actually into individual mode so that we can go manual on the gears. 9-speed auto gearbox in this thing, so when you are up in 9th you are forever downshifting. Basically, that sound, I mean, we've just heard a lot of it on the Nurburgring, but yeah, this is about to be VMAX. We're about to have it, I think. Yeah, there we go. We're on the limiter. We're on VMAX in the AMG G63, 245, 246. I think just 245, and firm onto the brakes for the car in front. Like I said, an open stretch of Autobahn. This thing's just bonkers. straight into the limiter, a pretty hard limiter at the top end there. Into the sunshine. This is mad. And again, straight into the limiter. It's so quick. But I tell you what, it's basically a flying brick. It is a solid square-fronted object, which is obviously the worst thing for driving at that kind of speed. But yeah, we've done VMAX twice in the last 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I'll just cruise along the Autobahn from now, I think. Take it easy. It is a long drive. Pop it back into let's go comfort mode. Literally just chill out from here. Through Belgium, through France, towards the UK. Jump ahead quite a few hours, and I have just, by the skin of my teeth, made a train at 22:50, which is incredible. I got to the passport queue at about 22:35. I knew there was one at this time, and I was thinking, if I race, I'm going to be able to make that, and I have made it. Not too much to report about the drive, no traffic, but still rain in Belgium and France. There's always one of rain or traffic. And now we are boarding the Eurotunnel train for the 35-minute crossing over to London. I'm buzzing actually from that rush to run in, grab some snacks, get out, get the train. But here we are, we're on and we're heading to the UK. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. We have made it. The G63 is back home and I am absolutely exhausted. But this thing is a complete and utter monster. Today we have done a Nurburgring Nordschleife lap with Misha. We have been to VMAX on the Autobahns. I have driven it about 800 kilometers in total. I think I've filled up with fuel twice and it's now empty as well. This has been a long journey. To be honest, the car is pretty comfortable, as you would expect. It's basically got the E-Class entertainment, it's got comfortable seats, it's a really nice place to be. It's quite quiet. The weather has been atrocious, particularly in the UK. The G63 there's nothing else like it. There is nothing else that does what a G Wagon does. This car, now with that exhaust system from Akrapovic, and now having pettled with it a little bit and enjoyed it as we have today, what a machine. Anyway, like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go and take a rest. It's great to be back in London, but now it is time to head to the USA. I'm gonna be going straight on out to get the next part of that adventure on the roll with the Ford GT. In fact, actually, there is one stop in the USA before I get back to California, but then it's California, it's Texas, it's some places in the Northeast. I can't wait. I cannot wait to be back in America, as much as it means not being with the Supra and with the G and with some of the other cars, until I'm back here again in Europe. Anyway, it's all fun and games. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support as always, guys. But that's it for this time. I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.